All right. So these are some ex-partners of ours, not Ryan and Tyler, that it was really kind of their decision on what to do with insurance. And insurance rates have been going up year after year. Actually, every time we go to do a deal, insurance rates are going up.
And this was several years ago, too.
This was 2017 or 18, something like that. And so we're buying a property and the rates came in higher than we expected. And so we are kind of in trouble on, trying to figure out, because we were going to lose loan proceeds. If your rates come in too high, you can lose loan proceeds. And so my partners kind of freaked out and we had a conversation. Really, they had this conversation with Nico. I was listening to it. And tell me if I get this wrong, Nico, but they wanted to go with the lowest amount that the lenders a lot of times will allow you to insure for a lesser amount per square foot, but it's not actually realistic for replacement cost. So they wanted to go with what the lender had allowed. And Nico said, I don't remember how off it was, but it was quite a bit.
Oh, I remember. Okay.
Then you can fill in all the details. But the point I wanted to tell, and then Nico will fill in the details, is they listened a little bit. They did raise the amount, but they did not listen to you. And we closed on that deal. And 3 days after closing, a whole building burned down, 16 units. And it was a few days before Christmas. So just to add on top of everything, because it's hard to get anybody to do anything right around Christmas. This was in Columbia, South Carolina, and Nico lives in North Carolina. And as soon as it happened, I got on the phone with Nico, and he was I don't know if you do this every year, but he was last minute Christmas shopping for his kids.
I do it every year.
You did every year. Okay, so it was only a few days before, and he dropped everything and took a trip out to South Carolina and spent, I don't know how long he spent out there, but at least a full day out there evaluating everything, making sure that we had the safety, because we didn't want to end up with additional problems and additional lawsuits on top of everything. We had to make sure that everything was safe, get the a fence around the whole building to make sure that nobody could go into it and all these different things. So I knew that I trusted Nico, and I knew that Nico has been my advisor for years and years. They hadn't worked with you before and didn't have that trust and didn't believe that you had our best interest, I guess, or they were just being cheap. But you don't want to be cheap when it comes to insurance, because we ended up getting quotes on rebuilding that building, and the cheapest people that we could find, and we did a lot of quotes, and I mean, when you're doing the cheapest, that doesn't mean the best, right? Was $1.2 million short of what we were getting from the insurance company. And that was because we didn't insure the building enough. And it was probably $2 million short of what we really should have gotten.